All right, hey guys, Jason here. We are at home and we are testing some stuff. Right here as we're doing here. Now, it's what we're going to talk about today. Testing your gear beforehand, especially before a trip. As you guys know, I'm going to be doing 30 days this year on my Midwest hunt. And this right here is going to be, I'm going to take either my Kodiak Canvas 10x10 or like I said, I may, depending on the mood I'm in, I might break down and buy a Kodiak Canvas 10x14 or even a Spring Bar 10x14. I don't know, or I'm just going to take my 10x10. I haven't decided. But this clam quick set is going to be my common area for me and whoever's camping with me. There'll be 3 people coming out to 3 of the 4 states I go to and hanging with me. John will be coming from Tactus Saddle. Joe will be coming with me. And you know, friends will be out there with me. But point being here is this kind of gives me a common area where we can hang out at. We're going to have our own separate tents. This time I sold that wall tent. I need to know that this thing can handle Midwest extreme conditions, and tonight we got a pretty serious storm coming in tonight, and we're going to leave this up and see what it does. However, I've done a lot of research on these, and I know that it is common in bad weather for that center to pop down. Winds will push on the side and it'll prop these, and then the top will boom pop right down, and then you got a big hole in there right there, and this whole thing can hold water and collapse. So we got a way to avoid that. I'll show you in the middle. But we're also testing. We got bolts in here now too. I'll show you those. But we are going to test these because we are going to be using bolts for our whole system on our I got the socket on here right now, a whole system on our, for the tents, for everything. We're going to be using washers and bolts that are screwed in. I got my setup for my guy lines. I got everything dialed in here. Now on the inside, we're just going to kind of wiggle our way in here because I got it set like this. But so what I've done here, because I am concerned about this top coming down, I did not right now have these set up yet. These arms will go into here, and I have to still set those. But we got everything else set up. But since that comes down, I made this. Okay, it's a light stand that I'm also using as my solar shower. You can see I got a hook on here. Right here, I've shown that in other videos, but I can hang my solar shower right on this and set it right up. And then what we did here on the end of this is I just took a piece of a yoga block and tied it on here. I can take it right off real easy, but I can hang my solar shower right on here, and then this pad bumps against this hub. Okay, we have hubs. Every one of these is the same. It's basically a hub like this, like a double bowl blind is. And we want to be able to keep that from, so that when the wind blows, it can't pop it down. So I can take this, push it right up against there, push it up in there tight, and lock it. And now that doesn't move, and that doesn't move. And that's going to hopefully keep that so that the wind can't pop that down. I can also, like I said, I'll have my solar shower, and then I got a clamp light that'll clamp on here and shine and light this whole place up. We still got so much room in here, so much room to be able to, like I said, this side right here will be shower side. I'll have a table over there. We'll have a couple of chairs in here. All these windows open, everything if we want to, but this will be a hangout place, cooking, that kind of thing, like I said. And I don't have to leave this up, but if we know it's going to be super high winds or bad weather, I can put this on and know that I don't have to take this thing down. It does take down in just a couple of seconds. It's very quick to take this thing down. Literally, it's about 2 minutes to take this down and have it all packed up. So it's not a big deal. However, I'd rather just leave it up with my tables and everything in here. So hopefully this beast right here is going to be enough to keep that way. We're going to test it tonight in the weather. Test your gear every single time. Always test your gear to make sure beforehand. Like I said, it's already a pretty windy day. It's, you know, wind's going to be kicking up, but you can see those storm clouds rolling. This thing's going to take a beating here in a little while. We're going to see how it holds up. So we're going to seal it up and see how it does and what it can tolerate. Those bolts I was telling you about, coming in here, I'm getting ready to do a review on this thing. I just got this. I straight up love this right here. Okay, the Sensi or whatever, a CC. This is a 1/2-inch impact with 1,000 newton meters of torque, 736 foot-pounds of torque. This thing is a beast, and it weighs nothing. Ultra light, and that there with this socket is what we are taking right here. This socket's going to go on there, and that's what we're going to use. Our bolt system is right here. I have them in a little bin right here, just an old bin I had laying around. We got an extra set of guy lines right here for, we got a total, what's in there? Is that 4 or 8? 8 pack, 8 guy lines right here. I buy them in bulk. I got a bunch, but we got 8 guy lines right here that we can use if we need to. And then these are the 10-inch by 3/8 leg bolts that we're screwing in zinc coated. We got 25 of them, and I can use them for my Kodiak canvas. I can use them for that thing. I can use them for anything I want to, and we're just going to throw these right in our kit just like that. So sweet, simple, functional, and easy as far as locking things down, but we test that stuff. We test everything. We need to know and make sure that this gear is going to work for us. You know, John used to laugh at me, but, you know, when I bought my first pair of Swarovski binoculars, the first thing I did with them is as soon as I got them is take them out of a box and I threw them in the freezer. And I left them sit in the freezer in there for about 5 hours, pulled them out of the freezer, and then I ran them underwater to make sure that they were actually still waterproof and holding. Well, you know, my rain gear, he would laugh, he'd call, and he'd say, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm taking a shower in my rain gear, I'm testing it out." Test your gear. If you don't test it, you don't know if it's going to work. And, you know, it's okay if you're just gone for the day of hunting or gone for 2 days or 3 days, a long weekend of hunting. When you're gone for a month and you don't have access to anything like that, you want to make sure that your gear is going to work for you. Take the time, do the tests. We do the same thing with my arrows and things like that. You guys, how many times have you seen me out here in videos? You see that I shoot my bow in super high winds, so I know what the arrows do. I mat my feathers down. I take my arrow, stick it in a cup of water, and then smash them down and do it again and smash them till my feathers lay completely flat. And then I test that with broadheads to make sure they're going to fly in those conditions. We test everything we have all the time, so we never have anything sneak up on us like that. And that's the thing that we got to do. Thinking about carrying, you know, whoa, can you think I can fit a boned out deer in my backpack? Well, probably. How's it going to carry? Well, go up to the store and grab an 80-pound sandbag. Or a 90-pound Quikrete bag of Quikrete. You know, they're dirt cheap. Go buy one of them and throw it in your pack and walk 1.5 miles around your block and come back and see how it felt, see how it did. Test, test, test. Bought new boots? Great. Got new boots? Next time, instead of, you know, going to Jet's Pizza or something for lunch or something like that, walk. Just walk miles and miles and miles in them at lunch for a week and see how they do. If they hold up, fantastic. Great. If they don't, learning lesson, buy something new. Test your gear. We cannot emphasize this enough, how important it is to test everything. You buy a new cot, take the thing out of the box, set it up in your spare bedroom or wherever you got, or next to your bed in there, put it preferably in a spare bedroom, sleep on it for 2 or 3 nights and see how you feel. Plus your wife will probably be happy just to get you out of the room for a little bit if you're snoring, and you get to see if it works. If it doesn't and you do not like it and it's not going to work right for you, then return it, sell it, whatever you got to do. But this is the thing, test everything. If you do not test it, it can come back to bite you. We've all been there. That's the only reason I know to tell you this stuff, is because I have been there and experienced. That's what experience is. Experience is a series of situations and events that you've went through that you survived and you learned from. Okay, that's what experience is. And experience tells me 100% to test everything fully in every situation. And now it is summertime. We got these big storms rolling through. Like I said, they're going to be coming in here pretty dang quick. And when they do, I want to test this. I already know my Kodiak canvas tent is 100% perfect. I've had that in every kind of condition you can think of, and it's flawless. This thing to me so far is not proven. It sets up nice, it's comfortable, it works good. I like the setup in it, I like the design of it, I like the functionality of it and the size. This is 9x9 in here, so we got quite a bit of room in there, plenty of room for a couple tables, some chairs, solar shower, the whole setup, everything about it's going to be good. And I love how quick and easy it is to set up. This thing's amazing. However, if it doesn't prove itself and it can't hold up to what I need it to do, then it's no good to me. Then it's no good at all. It gets sold. So here's our real test of it. We're going to see what it's capable of, and highly recommend you do the same with any and every. Look at these gnats everywhere. But with everything you got, test it, test it, test it, test it, test it. Make sure it's proven before you rely on it. Thanks for watching.